So what are healthy boundaries and why are they so challenging? So in this week's video, I'm going to talk about boundaries and what you can do to actually set them the right way. But first, my name's Michelle Ferris. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I love helping people create relationships that work. So first, let's define what a boundary is. In simple terms, it's a limit that you set for yourself that determines what you're going to do, and it keeps you safe and comfortable. It's not about getting the other person to change. That's where most people get confused, because boundaries are not meant to change other people's behavior. They're actually meant to protect you from other people's behavior, because that's your point of power, is what are you going to do to protect yourself? So for instance, the easiest boundary to set is for me to say yes or no to something. I'm either going to choose to participate in something or go somewhere with someone, or decline and say no and make a different choice. So for instance, if somebody's yelling at me, I can certainly say the statement, hey, I'm really uncomfortable right now, can you not yell at me? But if they keep yelling at me and I stay, then the boundary didn't work. And because the boundary isn't finished. The second part of that boundary is the follow through. So if somebody's yelling at me and I say, please stop, and they continue, and I stay in that versus leaving, because that's the point of power we have, is once we set our initial boundary statement of what we need and the other person doesn't follow through or doesn't agree and keeps on going, then we have a choice to make. And that choice is our point of power. Because let's face it, in any relationship, we cannot change somebody else's behavior. Even if you're talking about a small child, we cannot get them to stop. We can encourage them to stop, we can try to discipline them to stop, but it's not necessarily up to us to actually get them to stop, okay? It's the same in our adult relationships. So part of what I really want to urge you is to think about, what are your boundaries? What are those choices in your life that you can be making today to keep yourself safe? Okay? Because that's your point of power. Not trying to get somebody to stop drinking or stop screaming at you or stop getting angry. Those are things we can't control. But we can control the follow through. And that's the hardest part of the boundary that most people don't recognize, is they start by saying the statement, this is what I need, but when the other person doesn't do it, we don't know what to do. And at that point, you really need to be able to follow through. So boundaries are super important in a relationship, because without them, we don't know how to take care of ourselves. And that's critical for a healthy relationship. Now, if you want more tips like this, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel and hit like so that more people can see this video. And get my free relationship checklist, because that's going to help you figure out where your relationships are today and how do you improve them. And I also have lots of other resources I can provide for you once you sign up. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.